Hey, everybody. So, loyalty to self is something that I talk about often, and I don't think it can be talked about enough. So, I just want to give you an example today because loyalty to self, first and foremost, is about being loyal to how I choose to feel inside. And I know for myself, recently I've felt a tremendous amount of mental pressure, physical pressure. I've been going through this move, and it's a lot. There's a lot happening. And I could easily allow myself to be caught in my circumstances, in my thoughts, caught in my circumstances. And that is me being disloyal to myself because I am free. It doesn't matter what my circumstances are. I am free inside. I am free to choose how I feel. I am free to give something meaning. I'm free not to give something meaning. I can be hurt by a friend of mine, and I can let that affect me and how I feel inside. And now there's a piece of that I'm human, right? I'm experiencing the stresses of what's going on in my life. I'm experiencing family stresses. I'm experiencing friend stresses. I'm experiencing the stresses of this new house and all of the things that were involved to get here and the chaos that is still in the boxes that are everywhere. I could experience all of that. I'm human. But how I choose to hold on to those experiences, how I choose to identify with those, that is completely up to me. And I will say that there were moments where I could feel the pressure of succumbing to identifying with my experiences. And one of the messages I kind of received as I was meditating was stop making it about yourself. And so that is an interesting, what sounds contradictory to that energy of loyalty to self. And yet when I sat with it and I really was discerning of the message was that when I am so focused on my own experience and my own circumstance, then that actually becomes what I identify with. That becomes me. So it sounds so silly to say, but okay, great. Stop making it about yourself. So what was the solution for me? The solution in that moment was to focus on the energy of being of service to the people in my environment, to my family, to my kids, to my husband, to the real estate agents that I was working with, to the new owner of the house that we just sold. There was this energy that I was very aware of. If I stopped making it about me and my circumstance, and I started making it about how can I be of the best service possible to all of these people, all of a sudden, the attachment to that identity was gone. And so it's a really strange dynamic if you think about it. But there is so much value in that energy of being of service. And when I am truly in that energy, not to abandon myself, not to leave myself out, but to really know that I'm actually honoring myself when I'm in that energy of service, when I'm in that energy of how can I help? When I'm there, all of a sudden, lightness returns. All of a sudden, that hurt energy that I had from the friendship or the fear that I had from the family situation that has been going on, or the stress that I'm experiencing about this new house, all of that just begins to lighten a little bit. It doesn't change the external reality, but all of a sudden, my experience in that reality is different. So I encourage you to take a moment and just ask yourself, how am I making this personal? How am I identifying with these circumstances? And give it a try. What can you do to put aside for this moment that energy of you in your circumstances and your experience, and how can you elevate somebody else's? How can you help somebody else in a very tangible, practical way and or energetic way? I encourage you to throw in some tangible, practical stuff in there too, though. Not just sending light and love, but how can you extend that light and love in a physical way, in a material way? Ask yourself that and see what happens. And if you're willing, come back and post a comment on what happened. How did that help you shift your energy? How did that make you feel? Perhaps one of the ways you can extend that service is sharing this video. Maybe there's somebody out there that just needs to hear this in this moment. So feel free, as always. And if I can be of service to you in any way, please feel free to reach out to me. You can go to my website, sondrakellogg.com. You can book a free 30-minute strategy call to see if there's some way that I can support you in realizing and achieving the desires that you have.